Alrighty guys, welcome on back to some more Dragon Quest II HD-2D Remake. Last episode, we saved both the fairies and the mermaids from two different groups of monsters. After that, we got access to the magic key and were tasked with going to find the last two remaining sigils, which we have little hints for. And so, in this episode, we're going to open up with some exploration to go get all those magic doors and chests we missed along the way. But before that, if you guys do like this video and this series, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It'll really help me out, and I'll make sure you don't miss the upcoming videos. With all that out of the way, let's get into it. So, we're here at the Fairy Palace to start, and you can see there are a couple of blue chests for us to get that we missed our first time through here. So we're going to go ahead and start with this right side. You can also see the Fairy Palace is now, officially up and running again. It's not broken down. There's no more enemies to fight here. It is just a friendly, safe place, just like a usual town. I will say, I'm not actually that big of a fan of the fairy music that we hear right here. It plays a couple times. It's just it's not really my favorite. Also, if we go over to, I didn't realize the shop was right there. We have a new shop here. I believe it's her right here. We can actually pick up the Sage's Staff, which is a pretty neat staff, but again, it's just not worth picking up for 22,000 gold. Enchanted Shield is a pretty good shield that protects against all ailments or elements. Angel's Robe protects against instant death. Honestly, just a fantastic item. I kind of want to pick that up. And then you have a Banishing Bell, which protects against all manner of ailments. And a ring that can be blessed to help its wearer avert instant death. So yeah, you can basically avoid instant deaths with some of the items here. I think I'll actually pick up an Angel's Robe for Pyrrha now. It's a big expense, but I think it's going to be worth it so that way Pyrrha doesn't die to instant death. And so, with that, we'll go ahead and head off to the left. And I'm hoping we actually aren't going to pick up another one of those robes, because we do have a lot of chests to go through. But if we do, we can give it to Matilda. There's a prayer ring, and finally, right here is a dog suit. And just like the cat suit, if you equip it, let's see if it's better for anybody here. No, it's the exact same as the cat suit. I will just throw it on just to show it off. Your character will become a dog instead of a cat. But, of course, I'm not going to throw that on. Yeah, that just goes to show you. You basically get a piece of gear for, I think it was a pre-order bonus. It was either pre-order or Dragon Quest III save data bonus. Just for having that, you get a pretty solid piece of gear. And so that's all there is here in the Fairy Palace. So next, let's go ahead and head over to the city of Middenhall. And we have a couple different things we can get here. Including a... all those... Well, actually, no, we can't get those chests yet, because that requires the ultimate key, huh? But we'll go ahead and head up here, head inside the actual town, or head into the actual castle. And we're actually going to take the staircase. Yeah, that's a... oh, no, it is a magic door. We'll be able to get it. Awesome. We're going to start by taking this pathway here to go to the staircase in the bottom right, or top right corner, rather. And down here, we're actually going to be able to get into a fight with an enemy. We can go ahead and I believe it's just through here. And we can now open this door and talk to the Shifty Man. Yeah, but yeah, he's just a monster. This is the Wrecker. He's actually pretty hard. But I think what we're going to do is just choose Show No Mercy. And we actually can deal... Yeah, good. Ooh. We actually deal more damage to him than he can deal with us. So as long as you can keep up and output damage quick enough, you'll actually be able to kill him before he can really be a problem. He does have Kabuff. You can see he hits for 150. And another thwack. Great. But we're just going to keep pumping out our 100 plus damage attacks here. And hopefully he'll be dealt with, yeah, in 2 turns. That's why we just turned it on Show No Mercy, so that way they automatically use their strongest moves. And from that, we get a Lightning Staff. I don't think the Lightning Staff is better for anybody. Let's just quickly look. Equipment, Pyrrha. Oh, it's a little bit better. And then... Actually, could I give the Fairy Foil to somebody else now? No, because you already have the Fairy Foil, and it's not better than the Platinum Sword. So from here, we're actually going to go ahead and check. I think it's just right back here behind him. And we can get a Seed of Magic. That's it for down here in the basement. I believe all we would have left is this ultimate key door, but I don't believe there's anything in there for us. Instead, we'll go ahead and finally open this door right here where we have a bunch of chests we can get, including a mighty armlet, which is honestly, I'm going to go throw that on tails. This is typically a really, really good strength item. Increases your attack by an additional 7 points. And then right here will be a Hawkeye Claw Scroll. Right here will be a Silver Curious. Again, I think that's just better for tails. Yes, it is. And then a 2,400 gold coins. And finally, a diamond. Can't open this chest just yet, but we will be back later to do so. And that's all there is here in Middenhall, so let's go ahead and head over to Canik. So, from here, we're going to head inside the castle. And this is actually an area I didn't bother even showing off. We've never explored this area because there's nothing for us to do until we got to this point. So, if you remember, there's this, like, circle area over here on the left side. I've never actually walked over there just because there was never a reason to. But you can see here, there's actually a door we can open and a blue chest inside with Erdrick's shield. Yeah, that is insane. And because we're all descendants of Erdrick, every single person can equip it. Meaning, I'm gonna give this to Pyrenel. She is my weakest character. Either her or Matilda are my weakest characters right now. So I think it's just gonna be best to give it to her. And I'll give Matilda the Tempest shield there. So yeah, they actually have pretty solid defenses now. And then if we want to, we can actually head in here and we can read this letter that Matilda left. Dearest Papa and Mama, I thought it prudent that I pen this note in the event that I failed to return from my journey. Firstly, allow me to apologize for disobeying your orders. I know you had my best interests in heart when you forbade me from leaving. However, I knew I would be unable to forgive myself if I should stay at home and brother should not return. I would forever wonder if I could not have done something to save him. Naturally, I am fearful of facing the hordes of monsters that I know await, but to sit back and do nothing, I find more fearful still. I feel I have no choice but to leave, though if you are reading this, it would appear I chose poorly. On the subject, please do not blame yourselves should the worst come to pass. If you dare to think yourselves at fault for even a moment, I will be furious with you both. I'm truly sorry for putting you through this. I love you. Your daughter, Matilda. Just a cute little note there, and then it goes away. And if we want to, we can actually head over here next to them. I think we actually need to talk to them to go get some items. Caradoc, my son, thou art well. Ah, yes, my apologies for causing you such distress, Mama and Papa. But you need worry for me no longer. As you can see, I am quite recovered. Thank the goddess, I've hardly eaten since I first heard of thy misfortune. Allow me to thank you all for what you have done for our son. You are most welcome, yet we cannot take all the credit. It is to Princess Matilda and her determination that our cousin oweth his life most of all. Yes, that's right. Mayhap my sudden disappearance added somewhat to your distress, but all was a means to an end. Given the instrumental part I played in saving brother, all is forgiven, surely? Instrumental. Princess Pyrenel was merely being courteous. An admirable quality that seemeth to have escaped the young lady. Thy brother would not stand here today were it not for the selfless succor of Prince Tails and Princess Pyrenel, yet you would claim their success as thine own? No, father, I would not, but the fact remains that I played my part, as a true-blooded scion of Erdrick should. Then why didst thou cower and cringe in the shadows so, rather than standing at thy cousin's side? Is this behavior befitting a true-blooded scion of Erdrick? I think not. Because I knew that you would admonish me for disobeying your feather-brained orders. There's simply no reasoning with some people. Come, let us be on our way. Do not tell me thou wouldst accompany thy cousins on the rest of thy journey. Of course I would. The blood of the hero runs in my veins too, whether you like it or not. I cannot simply stand by and wish them well. Have thy senses taken their leave of thee? Thou art but a babe. Open your eyes, father. I can walk, talk, and visit the privy on my own. Stop coddling me, you old fool. Fool? Only a true fool would stoop so low as to insult their own flesh and blood. Father, Matilda merely did what she thought right. He knoweth full well, dear, we both do. 'Tis simply that the worry that hath plagued him so of late cloudeth his judgment. Keep watch over thy sister now. 'Tis thy duty as her brother. I will, mother. Mine apologies for embroiling you in this little family feud of ours. Pray be the best of allies to our children. We will, Majesty. Oh, you will ever be in our prayers. We wish you the best of luck with your quest. Let us take our leave. This is like one of the only Dragon Quest games where your parents are just alive and well. Yeah, well, except for Princess of Moonbrook. Poor Princess of Moonbrook. Like, the protagonist's parents and Caradoc's parents and Matilda's parents are all alive and kicking. We're going to head upstairs now because there actually was a door we could open here, which is why we just came back and viewed that scene now. There's no reason to come here before. And up here we can find a garter, we can find a pair of rabbit ears, and we can find a rabbit tail. We won't talk about why all those are here in the Queen's quarters, but let's go ahead and travel over to Moonahan next. There's actually a secret spot that we could go to over here that we did not get the blue chest in before. It's just right out here. It was on the island that we went to. Make sure Holy Protection's up. Yeah, it's over there. I was seeing if there was an easier way to get there. But just up and around here, there was the secret spot on this island closest to Moonahan. There's actually a few of these. I don't think we found a single secret spot yet that had a ultimate chest yet, but there definitely have been a few with magic keys. So we're going to have to come back to quite a few of these. But right over here will be our blue key chest. This one will have a mini medal for us. Fantastic find. And then it's off to Moonbrook next. So go ahead and travel over there. And then we actually need to go, if you remember, we saw this on our first visit to Moonbrook. We actually need to go to the garden in the center of the town. So we're going to go ahead and run through this once more. This is, I believe, the final time we'll have to run through here. But we'll go ahead and go to that center area so we can go down these stairs and grab the last blue chest from this area. All right, so back here in the garden, we'll just go down these stairs. And all the way at the bottom, right in the center of the two other chests we've already opened, is a chest with the bounce scroll. Next, we're actually going to go to the Pillar of Winds. So let's go ahead, and it's going to be outside the Pillar of Winds. It's not inside. And this is where the really strong enemies are. We actually want to... Is there an easier way to get here now? No, the unfortunate thing is... Well, I might be able to get there. Hold on. No, because I can't dive underwater. Dang. So, essentially, there is this little area right here. That is Slime Island right there. But to get here, I believe you have to go over those rocks. But we don't have an ability to fly yet. I am just assuming we're going to get an ability to fly, because that's in basically every Dragon Quest game. But no, we need to go back to that secret spot there, which is actually through all the very difficult enemies. So let's go ahead and just start making our way over there. And then once we're on that little area, I'll show us walking just in case we get into any too difficult fights. All right, let's start making our way over here. The item we... Ooh, Holy Protection wore off. The item we get from the... Yep, I didn't think we were strong enough yet. The item we get from here is actually a very, very powerful item. That we'll probably end up using for a majority of the game on one of our characters. You'll see what it is, and you'll recognize it if you've played any other Dragon Quest games. It's not the Erdrick sword, but it is typically, other than like your key item sword or your ultimate sword, this is like typically your top level sword in the game. I think some games have a metal or a king metal slime sword or metal king slime sword. Sometimes that's the strongest, but I don't believe that's in every single Dragon Quest game. I'm almost confident this one is, and it's typically the highest, like, damaging sword in most games that aren't like your ultimate sword. So we'll go ahead and head in here and grab this blue chest. We do have to come back here one more time. That's the metal slime sword. So yeah, the metal slime sword is very strong, and it also will actually let you hit metal monsters. It's like a guaranteed metal monster hitter. Seems like it's not as strong in this game, unless we are just nearing the end of like tiers of weaponry, because it seems like we only actually went up 5 tiers there. Next, we're going to head back to the Oasis, because there is going to be a chest in the inn. I actually don't remember this this chest, but over here, there's going to be a meteorite bracer in here, which I think this boosts speed even further, right? Nope, I don't want to talk to you. Off the chest. The meteorite bracer. And if we give that to Pyranel, I believe it is even quicker than the agility ring. Yes, it is. Holy. The wristwear that makes the wearer speed around like a shooting star. We're going to give it to her because we want to have her be able to heal before any monsters get a turn. Next, we're going to head back to the city of Tantagel. I love Tantagel. I think it's just because we've been there throughout 3 games at this point, or at least I've been there through 3 games. We've been there through 2. But I just like Tantagel. We'll go ahead and enter the inn here. And there'll be a locked room we can now get into. And in here will be a bag with a mini medal. Next, we're going to go to the castle. The castle of Tantagel actually usually has like so many items. In all 3 games, it's had a ton of items. So this one is no exception. Going to be a few different things we can get here. And I actually think we have to come back here again with the ultimate key to get even more. I actually find the ultimate key, typically your magic key exploration is actually longer than your ultimate key exploration. Just because they like to litter a lot more magic key chests everywhere. Most ultimate key items and chests are actually hidden once you get the ultimate key. So we're going to go ahead and go up the stairs over here. It's back up. You can see we'll be back for those 4 chests once we get the ultimate key. That's actually a place you couldn't get to till, I think, post-game in Dragon Quest 1, if I remember correctly, because if you came back here, you would get the bad ending. And then up here, we can actually go into this little bathtub area for a Seed of Luck. And then there's a chest over here we can get with fishnet stockings. And then a drawer with a tombola ticket, 4 of them, solid. And then the upper right room over here will have a chest that we can grab with enchanted robes. No, isn't that what I just bought for Pyranel? No, Angel's Robes. Angel's Robes what I just bought for Pyranel. Oh, thank God. Then we're going to go back down to the first floor. I was so upset. I would have given them to Matilda, but still, I was like, man, I just paid $9,000 for that. We're going to go to the eastern side. And we can open a door over here. I just want to make sure. No, it's the northeastern side. Okay. That's why I checked before I went all the way back down there. And over here will be a little electric floor. Usually you could use safe protection, and we could use safe protection if we need to, but I'm not too worried about it taking a couple points of damage. So we'll go ahead and cross over this. I didn't actually take that much at all. We can get 2,000 gold coins. And there's some barrels down here with a angel bell and a seed of life. And then there's one last place we can go to. It's actually down in the little dungeon area over here. So we'll go ahead and head over here to the east, go down the stairs. And then this is where you got the one of the 3 rainbow. It was rainbow, droplet, and sun or something. It was like the 3 things you needed to get to the Dragon Lord's castle. We already got that because the king here gave it to us. But go ahead and head in here. Grab a tombola ticket, 3 of them, and a chest with a banishing bell. Now you can talk to her, but I think she's basically just saying she's the one. Yeah, the sunstone. They're the ones who hid the sunstone, but they were able to finally give that up. And so next we're going to go ahead and head to the Shrine of Rain. I'm sure we'll come back here at some point, but this one is just up here. It's just on the first floor. There's actually not much exploring we have to do. I feel like I remember there being a ultimate chest here somewhere, but I can't remember where it is. But this one is one I pointed out, but we actually didn't even walk over there because there was no point. It's just all the way over here to the east side. We're going to be getting the Spirit Bracer from this. I want to say the Spirit Bracer boosts magic. It boosts your wisdom. I could be wrong. I definitely recognize it, and I recognize the name. I don't recognize what it does. Where are you, Spirit Bracer? No, boosts defense by quite a bit. So who has my defenses on right now? Full Moon Ring is luck. Ruby Wristband is defense. I'll probably give you the Spirit Bracer. Yeah, we'll give you a little bit more defense. Next, we're going to head to Galenholm. This one's going to be a very, very quick trip in here. There's actually quite a bit, but they're all very quick to get. Very quick to find, at least. Go ahead and enter the inn first, where there will be a chest. I think actually the chests here in Galenholm are the same locations they were back in Dragon Quest 1. This chest will give us a rabbit ears. Not really useful at this point. And then we're going to go ahead and go into the building here at the north side. That leads us to the... I actually don't even know if we're ever going to go into the Galenholm Shrine? Yeah, whatever the shrine here is called. I don't know if we'll ever go into that. I don't know when it could be. I think it actually might be an optional area. There's the cat suit, which this is the first time you can get it in the game, which by this point it's super outclassed. Next, we're actually going to go to Cole, where we can get another really solid sword. This sword is a sword that I've only seen in the Dragon Quest, the original Dragon Quest trilogy, so 1, 2, and 3. But it was pretty solid in all 3 of these games, so I'm hoping it's just as good here. But I know in Dragon Quest 3 you get it at a point. Dragon Quest 3 is just a longer game, so you get a lot more items as you progress. So I don't know if this one's going to be as strong as it was back there. But it's the Orochi sword. Let's check it out on Tails. Well, it's not as good as the Metal Slime sword. Wow. That sucks. It's not even as good as the Platinum sword. Could I give it to you? I can. We'll give you the Orochi sword. Next, we're going to go to Dragon Lord Castle. And this was a place that when we went through, had quite a lot of things for us to grab. So we're going to have to go through a couple different floors. We're going to start by going down to the basement 2nd floor. We're going to be taking the exact same path we did last time. So I'll go ahead and just run over there. First, we need to go up top. And once we're on the basement 2nd floor, I'll show where those chests are. All right, so we're here on the basement 2nd floor. And you can see where those blue chests are right there. So let's just go ahead and go pick those up. The first one at this little eastern intersection here, I believe is going to have the waistband. I don't remember what the waistband is, but the second blue chest here is really good. Yeah, the waistband. I think this is actually cursed as well, so we'll try it on... Well, probably can't try it on Caradoc. Waistband. Raises my defenses, but it's cursed. Thank God I gave it to Caradoc. I think Caradoc has 100%... No, his helmet and his sword can still be changed to cursed items. So that was the first one. Now I'll go ahead and go grab the second one. So the second one is just right here before the entrance to basement 3rd floor. And this one is actually going to have the metal slime armor. A really good set of armor. We'll probably give it to Tails here. Increases his defense by 5. Maybe no, well... It's definitely better for Caradoc, but I can't give it to him just yet. So we'll just give you the metal slime armor for now. We'll probably give it to Caradoc here in a second. We're not done here, though. We're going to actually go ahead and zoom out of here and just come right back into the Dragon Lord's Castle. Because back down on the 6th floor, you might remember there was a room with like a ton of chests in it. So we're going to go ahead, come back to the entrance, and step on this. This is also one of those reasons we wanted to make sure we hit this, because if you don't activate it, I don't believe it appears. And back in Dragon Quest 1, it doesn't really matter because you beat the game by this point. So now we're just going to go ahead and go all the way back to the entrance. You can see that big chest of rooms. There's still 2 ultimate chests there, but can't get those just yet. So back up here at the treasure room, we'll go ahead and just grab this blue chest, and it should be a mini medal for us. And we're almost done. We're very quickly coming to the end of all the ones we've missed. Go ahead and go to Baron. This one will have some tombola tickets for us. So we'll go ahead and run all the way back over to the inn. We will come back to Baron one more time because we do need to open that treasure chest or the lighthouse up north. I don't actually know if there's anything in it, but I kind of want to see what it is, even if I don't have to come back necessarily. We don't come back for Ultimate Key until literally right before the final dungeon of the game, so it'll be a little while before we come back. But over here on the east side, you can find some tombola tickets, 7 of them. That's pretty good. Next, we'll actually go back to the shrine north of Baron, which is one of the reasons we came here earlier, was so that way we could get it uncovered for easy fast travel. And all the way up north, we'll actually go inside the shrine this time. I don't think there was a reason to come in here before. No, we did get the red chest from here, but this time we'll grab the blue chest for a happy hat. I don't think that's better on anybody. Nope. And now we'll go to Zahan. Zahan has a few things for us to get, so let's go ahead and fast travel over there. There's actually a hidden item we can get before we get the chest here. So what we're going to do, we're going to go to the left of the item shop, so all the way up here. And there'll be a little cutscene we should get right here as we approach. Fine, fine. I swear I shall never leave your side again. Cannot say for sure he's gladder to have you back, husband, me or her. Surely you joke. Of course, dear. My heart sings now we are reunited. All the more so as I had begun to lose hope. I am truly sorry. This village owes the mermaids a great debt indeed. My apologies. My husband's return has her in high spirits. Do not worry. I'm used to dogs. It is gratifying to have her welcome me so, though I do grow tired of searching for the trinkets she buries. But she felt the same about hiding them, yet no matter how many knickknacks and gewgaws I dig up, she always has another buried. If you're not in a hurry, please do play with her a while. I'd be glad of the rest. Yeah, I believe you could do this as soon as we finish the mermaid quest line. However, there wasn't really a reason to do this because we didn't need to come back here. So I believe we just have to look at the dog and go like right here and interact with her face pretty much. And we get the gold platter. It's not very good, especially at this point in the game, but I did just want to point that out. From here, we'll actually head up to this northern building. This is a building I know for a fact we had no reason to come into before. And all the way over here to the west, past these electric tiles, we can now get into this door and open this chest for a subtle shuttle. I believe that is a key item we'll need later, so just came over here and picked it up now. I don't believe this bookshelf has anything for us. I just want to double check. Nope, of course not. And now we're going to go ahead and go to Burrowell. So we'll actually start by going to Yggdrasil's Arbor. We'll go ahead and land outside of it. And I believe there's only 3 more places for us to go. We'll go ahead and hop on our boat. And we're going to go to the secret spot just north of us right here. And this will have this had nothing originally because we had to come back here for the blue chest. This is going to have a rabbit suit. That actually might be better for Matilda. Let's see. No. Does it turn her into a rabbit though? No, not in this game. Give her the Giga Steel armor back. You can also see those electric tiles do a ton of damage to us. Let's just mid-heal that up. I don't think we're going to get into any fights, but just in case, I don't want to die. Now, we're going to go ahead and hop back on our boat. And we're going to go to the secret spot southwest of us, just south of Burrowell. This was another one that there was nothing here at the time, because we had to come back when we got the magic key. So it's just this one right here. This will have the Pirate King's Pendant. I feel like I recognize that name, but I'm not familiar with it enough to know what it does. So let's grab this one. Pirate King's Pendant. Let's go check that out real quick. Boosts my defenses by quite a bit. Matilda, is it better for you? Nope, not better. So with that, we'll go ahead and now head to Burrowell. No need to run over there. And in here, there will be a single item for us to get. We're actually going to go open the cell for the Black Sanguini. Our little friendly monster that is repenting, I guess. He agreed to just be locked up forever. So we'll just go ahead and run back here. Open his cell. I think you can talk to him. He actually doesn't even want to escape, so he's just going to stay in here. And I believe all the way over here to the east, we can find some Tombola tickets. 2 of them, which is a little bit more. Next, we'll go to the Shrine of Flames. This is another quick one. This was a blue chest we had missed just right below where we actually got the sigil itself. So we'll just go ahead and run back up there. And right up here at these second pillars of fire, we can go ahead and head left. Grab this chest for the Flame Shield. Another really solid shield. Can't take it off Caradoc right now. Let's see. Is it better for Tails? Yes, it is. Protects against ice attacks and spells. Yeah, we'll sort Tails' inventory. It'll get rid of a lot of the things in his inventory right now. And our final destination for the blue chest is going to be the city of Durkendor. But we do want to enter from the east side, so I probably should have just started outside of it. Go ahead and step out. We're going to be going to behind the shopkeeper that we saw. It's going to be all the way around on the far left corner. So we'll just go ahead and run over there. So right here by this teleporter, we can open this door and get back behind the shopkeeper and grab the divine dagger and a suit of tectonic plate. I want to say that's like a really good set of equipment. Let's check it out on Tails. It would be better for you. And we have a shield that'll... Did we have a shield that's better for you? No. But we can give him the iron headgear. I think we want to go remove his chest piece so he can equip Tectonic Mail. So let's do that before we continue. I like to go to Middenhall. We actually are going to have one more optional area we're going to go to before we continue with the main story. We're going to basically finish exploring the areas from Dragon Quest 1. Let's go ahead and come over to here, Benediction, remove the curse from Paradox. It's going to suck because it's actually going to remove all of his curses. And I don't want all of them removed. So hopefully I remember what they are. Yeah, he's no longer cursed. It removed all of his cursed equipment. For shield, I still like Ruinous Shield. Yeah, we know. I know, it's cursed. For armor, we'll go Tectonic Plate. For accessory 1, 10-ton toupee is 255. Pirate King is 247, so we'll still go 10-ton toupee. And then his other one was the one that gave him speed, right? It was the... Was it a Cower Ring, or did we have a Dragon Scale on him? I think we had a Dragon Scale on him, so instead, let's just give him the Pirate King's Pendant. There we go. He's pretty set up. Now, our next destination is actually going to be well, I'll just show you. We have to go to... where is it? Tantagel. And we're going to hop on our ship. We actually could go to Cole instead, but Tantagel, I think, is just a little bit quicker. This is the Quagmire Cave from the previous game, so we'll just go ahead and sail northeast from here. We've actually passed by it before. I picked up an item just right outside of it. But let's go ahead and just sail directly east. You can kind of see it. There's a north and a south side, but for the sake of this, it actually doesn't matter. We're going to start on the north side. But again, I think you can start on the south because by this point you have a ship, so it doesn't really matter. And this is an optional area. There might be something towards the end of the dungeon that you can get that's useful, but as far as I'm concerned, it's basically optional. Right there's some gold. And then right over here to the left, we can actually find plain clothes right here in this barrel. Then we're going to go southeast, and in this little corner, we can find anecdotal herbs. And then back up here to the left, we can go up here and we can find a pot with a cypress stick. And that's all you could have done before you got the key that we got, the magic key. Because we have the magic key, we'll be able to open a door that'll let us go down into the second floor. Otherwise, we basically would have not been able to do anything here. That's all we could have done, and then we would have to leave. So that's why we haven't come here before this. You could have, though, if you wanted to. Go ahead and open this door and head down to the second floor. There's still not like an insane amount to do. We'll go ahead and use another holy protection. You can see we have a chest over there to the right. We can get a regular chest up north and an ultimate chest that we can't quite get yet. But we'll go ahead and just follow this path all the way across. And then the other chest we can get here is actually the Dragon Slash Scroll. I think the only other person that could even really make use of that is Caradoc. But again, I'm going to hold off on using that on anybody. There's the Metal Slime Helmet. We'll go ahead and just give that to Tails just to give him like the full Metal Slime set. Then you get the Metal Slime Shield. I'm not sure. We'll go ahead and head up. And we're going to take the center path. The left path will just lead to that key we can't get yet. Or the chest we can't get yet. You can see it right there. If we wanted to, we can take the right side. They both lead to the same place. But I'll just go ahead and take this center path. You can see there's some chests that have been opened that I guess were left opened since Dragon Quest 1. And we lose Holy Protection. And all the way up here will be our next scroll. Now there's one more thing we can get here before we leave. We will come back here once we have the ultimate key just to grab that last chest in here. If we go ahead and take this left exit back up to the basement first floor, where we fought our very first dragon back in Dragon Quest 1. we'll be able to get the silver claws. Now, I don't think these silver claws are very good. I don't think they're better for anybody, but we might as well grab it. So we'll go east and then south, and there'll be another ultimate key you can see right over all the way at the bottom where we originally fought our dragon. There's our silver claws. We'll check it out on Matilda, but I don't think it's going to be better than what we currently have. It's not better than the sacred claws, so definitely not better. And that's it. That is everything we can do with our magic key as of right now. Just in general, that's all we can do. So we'll go ahead and actually just zoom out of here, and we will go to... we'll actually just go outside the Quagmire Cave. And, I think we need to be... We need to be on the southern side of the Quagmire Cave. So we'll just come over here and hop out. And our next destination is Reimoldar, that city right there in the center of the little lake. So go ahead and head... I'll make sure I didn't take too much damage. We'll just head left here. And then there should be a little sparkle here for us to get, with 3 Tombola tickets. And that's it. There's nothing else for us to do right now in this area. So instead, we'll just come around here and head into the city of Reimoldar. Is this a town? I think this is the town where there's the outside ring around the town. I hate this town. Only because I don't like the outside ring. So, from here, we're going to go north, out on the outside of the ring, but don't walk too far to the east or you'll be taken back out to the world map. We'll grab this pot right here for some coins. And then we're going to cross the bridge and go south. And then there will actually be a blue door right here on the edge of the inn. And we can head in here to get another scroll. This is the Snub Scroll. And then we'll go ahead and go north. And outside the equipment shop will be a pot for us, with a Dazzle Me Not. And a barrel on the left side with a silver platter. Then we'll go ahead and head to the church. You want to make sure you enter the church from the right side, as there is a right and left side that... I think the left side is just like the living quarters. And then there will be a pot over here with a mini medal. If we want to, we can save our game here. I don't need to save up my game right now. And then we'll go ahead and head southeast. And we can find a little pot right here with the holy water. And if we head north, we can actually check out the Tombola machine here. At this point, Tombola is really kind of useless. There's not much we can get from it. But we get the gold bracer, which is pretty good. I'm going to save it. I'm not going to waste it. There's nothing worth getting in the equipment shop, unfortunately, in this town. Go ahead and enter the building right here on the right side. And in here will be a barrel with more Tombola tickets, just 1 this time. And then on the left side, there'll be a pot right here with an unsealant. Or that's a medicinal herb, and here's the unsealant in this pot. And then we need to go to the island to the southwest. And this will have a Seed of Strength for us. I think it's in this pot right here. Yes, it is. We'll go ahead and head south from here. We'll be able to find some hay and a barrel with a pouch of musk. Then we're going to go ahead and head east across this bridge, but we don't want to leave the town. Instead, we're going to start making our way around the outskirts. So, we're going to go left and follow this path all the way until we reach the southwestern corner, where we will have another item we can get out of a barrel. You can see it's a really long way to just travel around the outskirts of this town, since they didn't put a bridge on the west side. There's a Seed of Luck. Now we're going to go north. And before we cross this bridge, we will cross a bridge because there's going to be stuff inside there. We're going to go to the northern side, where we can find a little pot tucked away, I believe, right here. This will have more Tombola tickets, 3 of them. And we're going to go ahead and across the bridge to enter this house. This one had an important character here back in the first one, but I don't think it'll be as important this time. We can check the... Now, this is just a random person. We get the sap scroll. And there should be a pot in here with the Ring of Clarity. And that's it for Reimeldar. Now, let's go ahead and zoom outside of Reimeldar. We're knocking out a lot of areas in this episode, most of which are completely optional. Or at least not places we really need to go to right now. So, from Reimeldar, we're going to go ahead and go around the lake. And then we're going to go ahead and start heading all the way south. I actually think I could board my ship. That's fine. We'll just go ahead and run it. Your ship doesn't save you that much more time. Then we will cross this bridge. And then we will go south from here. And there's going to be a little shrine in the center of this mountain range here that we can enter. I believe this was this the Shrine of Rubus all the way back in Dragon Quest III? It's the Sanctum now. I can't remember what it was back then. So from here, we can actually go up here. And you can see right there's Erdrick's helm, but we can't get to it just yet. So we'll come back here once we can. But for now, if you go to the left of it, we can get a mini medal. And that's it in here. So from here, we're going to go ahead and start proceeding to our next actual destination. We'll go ahead and go to Tantagel. Well, we're not quite done yet. We still have a couple more destinations from back in Dragon Quest I, but we're slowly going to make our way there. So from here, we're going to head west. And once we go west, we're going to end up at that little poison cave down here. This is the Craggy Cave. We're going to skip the Craggy Cave as of right now because there's actually going to be some ultimate chests we need. And because it's optional, we're just going to come back here once we actually have the ultimate key. So instead, we're going to go ahead and cross this bridge. And just to the southwest of us, we can find a Sparkle with a Chimera Wing, Tingle Web, and some gold coins. And all the way over here to the east, we can get to the city of Damdara, which, if you remember from Dragon Quest I, had a very, very difficult boss fight. It was a boss fight you essentially just cheesed if you didn't want to grind up to a super high level. But even cheesing required, like, some of the ultimate gear in the game. So, from here, we're going to go ahead and... honestly, I might actually... No, as long as we're not getting into fights, we'll be fine. We'll go ahead and go left. And I want to be careful here. There should be a barrel in here. I think. There's a barrel around here somewhere that I have to find. Once I get our first... You know what? We're on the wrong side of town. I came in from the north instead of the south. That makes a ton of sense. I was like, I'm so turned around right now. It's because I came from the wrong entrance. I always want to come from the south if I can. So from here, we're going to go left. And the barrel's going to be right here. This will be a medicinal herb. And then we're going to go right over here. And then I believe there should be a pot hidden right inside here with a tangle web. Then we're going to make our way northeast. And I think in here will be our Seed of Magic. This place is a lot harder to navigate than it might seem. And then if we go north from here, there'll be a little tablet buried in the ground right here where we can find some gold coins. And then we're going to go ahead and now head into the only building we can actually enter in this town. So let's go ahead and head south. You can see there's an ultimate key chest that we can't access just yet. I don't think there's a boss fight here this time around. So we'll just go ahead and enter the only building we can enter. And then there'll be a barrel with some gold coins, a pot with an antidotal herb, and a chest with the agility gilet, or gillet. I believe it just increases your speed. Oh, that is way better for you. Okay, we'll give it to you, increasing your agility to 205. We'll go ahead and head outside now. We can go across the poisonous puddle here to get a barrel with a Care Riviere. And then to the north of this puddle here, or to the north of this building, There is a pot with 17 gold coins right here. And then from the house we could enter, we're just going to go right. Go ahead and Holy Protection one more time. We'll go through this eastern building. And we'll get to this chest, but nothing we can do about it yet. However, there's a demon demeanor scroll right there. We'll come back for this chest, but that is everything in this location. So let's go ahead and heal up. And zoom right back outside once again. This is, where is Damdara? There it is. From right outside Damdara, we're going to go ahead and head southeast. You can see there's going to be a secret spot we can find very close to here. And then in here, we're going to try to find the palm tree. And just to the left of the palm tree will be a mini medal. And then to the right, we can find a diamond. I don't know. Is it to the right of the palm tree? There it is, right here. And then on the northeastern side, in between these two rocks, is some gold. In the northwestern corner, we can find this rock. And just south of this should be recovery. Oh, well, went a little bit too far. Let's go ahead and hop back in there. Right here is the recovery ring. Very hard to find. That was kind of dumb. Now we'll go ahead and get out of here. Now we want to go to this little forest in the center of this mountain range just southwest of us for another sparkle. This one will have a seed of stamina for us, which is why we're coming to grab this one. And from this secret spot, there's actually two different ways we can go. Northeast is a dead end, so instead, we're going to go ahead and take this bridge, and this should be the final returning area from Dragon Quest 1. Is going to be the city of Cantlin. So go ahead and enter through the only way possible. Was this the area guarded by a golem? Yes, it was. So this was originally had a golem fight right outside of it back in Dragon Quest 1. One of the only fights I struggled in. So from here, we're just going to go ahead and go left. And there's going to be a barrel up here with a medicinal herb. And then in this bank, I've never talked about the banks just because you can store gold there, but there really isn't even a reason to use it in this game. But we're going to go ahead and check, I think just right underneath this, and we can find a mini medal. Then back outside, we're going to go south, and we can go to the item shop if we need to, but there's nothing for us to get there. So instead, we'll go ahead and go into the inn. And in this wardrobe in the upper right room, we can find silk robes. And in the southern room, we can get a, don't want to talk to the bard, we can get a seat of defense. Now, back outside, we're going to go, I think, to this left side. And we can find hidden, right there. There it is. There's hidden tombola tickets right here. 3 of them. Then we'll go ahead and go up here. And inside here, I don't think there's anything on this first floor. Let's head up to the second floor. And right up here, we can get a suit of chainmail, as well as an iron lance. Can't go in there until we have the ultimate key, so we will be back much, much later. For now, let's go ahead and leave. I say much, much later. We're getting a lot of stuff finished. And then from here, we're going to go ahead and enter this southern building. We can go through the southwest corner here. And in here, we can get a sparring suit as well as a bamboo pole. Really bad weapons and armor at this point. And there's going to be a pair of pots just east of here. I think they're inside this little area. Yes, they are. Right there is one. For a seed of stamina. A pair of pawns, not pots. There's a pot near the pair of pawns. To the south, there's an area that's locked by a blue door. And unlike in the previous games, there's actually nothing here. We could go ahead and head into this equipment shop. I can just show you some of the stuff they have here. Right here. We get the Fireblade, which is a pretty solid sword for either Caradoc or the hero. I'm so broke, though. I'm just gonna get it. I'm so broke, but we'll pick it up. We'll give it to Caradoc. We can always change that if we need to. Now, we'll go ahead and go back outside. And to the right, we'll have some dressers we can check for fishnet stockings and a garter right there. There's also a locked chest right here. Can't do anything about that yet. We'll go ahead and go north, and right here will be a barrel for some coins. And in this little graveyard, we can check the tomb all the way on the right side. Find a Seed of Life. Kind of sad when they do that. And then we actually have another item and equipment shop here, but these are not anything different than the last ones. And then up here is the church. This is just one of those guys who stands outside. I like these a lot better than the real big churches because it's easier to save at. But we'll go ahead and go up here. This will have a Moonwort bulb. And then all the way over here, there's this building. You can check the upper right corner for a hidden gold coins. We'll go ahead and go through this building. Go up the stairs. And we can open one of these chests. There is that second one over to the left. But can't get that one just yet. And this will have some more gold coins for us. And that's it for Cantillon. Now, there's not much else for us to explore, but there is one last area. Besides that little white area down in the bottom left, or the bottom center, there's actually that bottom left area, kind of near Berlin, to the top right of Berlin and to the southeast of the Oasis. So we're actually going to go explore that before we end things off. So we'll go ahead and start by going to the Oasis. Ooh, actually, Gaggle Rock might have been easier. Let's go to Gaggle Rock, because I think that's just a little bit closer, and it'll put us outside. Where's Gaggle Rock again? Because we just got, like, all these new areas, I have to get used to where they are now. Am I crazy? Gaggle Rock. There we go. It was at the top. Oh, Gaggle Rock's so bad. No, I'm definitely... I hate all of it. I'm just gonna go from Oasis. We'll go ahead and hop on our ship over here to the left. Holy Protection. This should still protect us from all the enemies where we're coming. Essentially, there's not many places left that Holy Protection won't save us from. I think it's just that area near the Tower of Winds that has those stronger enemies. But eventually, we'll be able to just grind liquid metal slimes, and we'll be higher level than everything else in the game. So, oh, I can't come from over here. Oh, that sucks. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Okay, well, I'll meet you guys, like, right here on the other side of these rocks, because we got to come from, the other place, the Gaggle Rock. That's unfortunate. All right, here we are. We'll go ahead and board this little island right here. Grab this sparkle with a Chimera Wing and a pouch of musk and a Seed of Defense. Then from here, we want to go ahead and go to the little river north of us. Gonna ignore this one because you can kind of see each one is gonna have like their own little pathing. So I think we just want to start with this one north. Yeah, because the eastern side's gonna take us further in. So go ahead and go north. And then, ooh. Maybe we're not high enough level for this area. I'm gonna just keep trying to run. I think we'll be fine. Go ahead and hop off here. And just north be a sparkle we can grab. This has some strong medicine and a Seed of Agility. Oh, we're in so much trouble. We are not strong enough to be here yet. Uh-oh. Yeah, I might have to fight this. Hold on, let's see what happens here. Let me just go show no mercy and fight. If we make quick work of them, that's unfortunate. I'll have to get a couple more levels in this area as we're running through here then. Yeah, we take care of them pretty easily, but we're low on MP, so I won't show any of the other fights, but we're going to have to do some fighting as we run through here until we get strong enough where the enemies ignore us. Level 34, we get Meditation, and Matilda hits 32. And we get Absorb Magic and Harvest Moon. Then we'll go ahead and get back on our boat. We'll go ahead and head up north again. And we're actually going to, I believe, get off on the left side up here. No, we're going to go right. And then there should actually be a secret spot right over here. And then if we just go southeast of this central rock, there'll be a barrel with Wayfarer's clothes. And then to the northwest, it's another barrel with a mini medal. And then we're done here. We'll go ahead and head back up here, and we're going to go north this time. And in the northwestern corner of this little foresty area, we'll find a sparkle right here. I actually think we just got high enough level where the enemies are ignoring us. That is insane. There's a seed of luck there. We'll go ahead and hop back on our ship. And this time we're going to go to the left side. And we want to just go past this poison swamp. There's nothing for us up here. And when we get to this little rocky area, we'll go west where we can find a sparkle. Hironel reaches level 33. And Silhouette drops me a black bandana. Great. No need for that anymore. Let's go ahead and mid-heal Caradoc. He's the only one who took damage in that fight. And here is a sparkle with a stone hard hat, a scale shield, and a chain sickle. Really bad. We're going to go ahead and keep going east from here. If we keep following this path, we'll eventually reach another sparkle. This has a lot of encounters. I guess we are in the rocky area, huh? Eventually, after finding that, following that little river there, and literally just up north and east, you'll reach this sparkle. It took a lot of optional and random encounters to get here, but we got it. This actually should be better for, well, it gives better wisdom, so we'll give it to Pierre now. And then we'll just go, yeah, we don't need to give you the agility, Gillet, I don't think. Now we're just going to keep following this even further until we're past the lake. So we're literally just going to go east, and then you can see the sparkle or the secret spot over there. That's our next destination. And along the way, Caradoc reaches level 33. And all the way over here on the east side, after going through that, there is a secret spot we can come into, which will have 2 pots, one with a seed of wisdom, another one with a seed of strength, and a bag with the Snoop scroll. Now, if you're wondering why I didn't show us going all the way over here, well, if you look at our MP, if it wasn't for that Caradoc level up, we would have died. We are out of MP completely. So, we also had like 4 encounters on the way. From here, all that's left is to head into this town over here on the left side. Let's see if we can get into like maybe 1 encounter. Only 1. And so, this is the final town we're going to be exploring this episode, because it is the final optional town. After this, we'll be able to, next episode, hop on back into the main story. This is the town of Sluice, because it's operated by a sluice gate. We're going to go ahead and start by interacting with this area. I believe it should be like right up here. This girl keeps getting in my way. Maybe it's over here. It's the flower pot. There's a seed of luck, and we can go ahead and enter the church, where we can find a pot right here with a strong medicine. Then we'll go ahead and leave the church, and we can go get that barrel right there for a leather hat. Then we'll go ahead and go west across this bridge. It's actually a pretty sizable town for a Dragon Quest game. And then we can see, I believe, south here, there's an equipment shop. Nothing new here, so, or nothing we can afford, rather. So we'll just go ahead and ignore it. Then we'll go west, and we can actually get to this little fountain here. And on the bottom left side of the fountain will be a seed of agility. Then we'll go ahead and head north. And there will be a barrel up here with a moonwort bulb. Then we'll go ahead and enter this house. And there'll be 2 wardrobes, one with boxer shorts and the other with a mini medal. Bag outside. You can go to the right side of this house for a pot with a medicinal herb. And then in this house down here, I don't actually think we can enter it yet. Oh no, we can. Perfect. There'll be a pot here with a seed of wisdom. And then in here we can check this bookcase for an egg on scroll. We can go downstairs. We can talk to this NPC, but there's nothing we can do about it just yet. So we'll go ahead and go back outside where we can get the final thing. Go ahead and go across the bridge. We can use this in if we need to, but I'm going to skip it for now. We can use this item shop if we need to, but I don't really need it right now. But over here to the right is a pot with a cypress stick. And that is all of our optional exploration we can do now that we have the magic key. The only thing we have left to do are main story stuff. And if we zoom out on our map, you can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different markers that we can go to. I think we're going to start with the Den of Thieves. So we'll be doing a deserted village in the next episode. I will see you guys then.